It doesn't matter. Reformer deputy dismisses the count records that says MP kicked his girlfriend. We're going to read into this more from Sky News, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from Sky News with the headline that it doesn't matter. Reform's deputy leader, Richard Tice, dismisses the court's records that says MP kicked his girlfriend. Richard Tice says he does not believe James McMurdock, who was convicted of assaulting his then-girlfriend in 2006, should not be doomed as a sinner forever because the UK is a Christian country. Guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. Now, I want to just put away something here. First of all, the UK is not a Christian country. We are a multicultural country. That's the first thing. And if you don't like that, well, you're more than welcome to leave the UK. That's what it is. That's what it will be. We'll always be a multicultural nation. As far as doomed as sinner forever, that's no. I don't accept that premise at all. I don't think James McMurdock should be seen as that forever. Oh, I don't. I believe in people making mistakes. I believe in people have given second chances in life, and and I generally believe that everyone deserves second opportunities in life. Everyone makes mistakes. People make mistakes. They are done crimes. They go to prisons. They come back out, and they end up being a better person as well. There are cases where that has happened. There's been examples of that as well. My issue that I have with this, and I want to stress this, and I know some people may not agree or may think that I'm BSing here. If I can absolutely guarantee you, for all those people who will try to defend this issue, if this had been a Conservative, if this had been a Labour, Lib Dem or Green MP, you would be kicking and screaming for this person to be kicked out. You'd be kicking and screaming for them. If you are a Reform person, you would be kicking for them to go on this issue. And my position is, I don't care what your political stripes are. You are a politician and you are representing constituents. You are representing people. Now, I'm all for people being given second chances. But what I don't like is a politician, regardless of whether it was in the 18 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it is. I don't want a politician with a criminal conviction representing the UK in any way, shape or form, or any part of the UK in any way, shape or form. I don't care. You should have no place in politics whatsoever. If you generally wanted to be a part of politics, you need to have a clean record. I think it should be a law that anyone who has a criminal record cannot be a politician. I'm simple as that. I don't care what your background is. I don't care if that person's a changed man. You are a convicted criminal. That is the reality. Second chances, yep, you can do whatever you want in other jobs, and there are other prospects and whatnot, because there are plenty of other things you can do. But you should not be representing people if you are a convicted criminal, regardless of what the law is, regardless of what the crime is, regardless of how much of a person have you changed are. Because it sends the wrong message to people. It sends the message that, hey, even if you've burgled someone, even if you're a convicted criminal, you can still be a politician. And that's just like, no, sends the wrong message to me. So I'm all against it, and I don't care what political background you are. If you whatever stripe you are, if you have a criminal record, you will not have my vote. You will not have my support in any way, shape, or form, because you should not be in politics, no matter how smart or bright or helpful you are. You broke the law, and you should have no place near politics. You can go and do anything you want, just stay away from politics. That's my position. Don't have to agree with it. You don't have to like it. That's my position. Now, on this case in particular, Richard Tice saying it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter that this person kicked his girlfriend 5 times. You can interpretate how you want it as much interpreted as a drunk night out or whatever, it's still happened. And especially, like, how would you feel that an politician who has kicked his partner 5 times, you think that's okay? You think it's okay to kick your partner? You think it's okay to physically assault your partner? Now, what goes on at homes or in your private residences, this is out and about. So it does matter, and the public have a right to know the app. And because obviously it doesn't, because obviously the law doesn't state that you don't have, that you can still be an MP with a convicted record. The public have every goddamn right to know about this. And they should, and his constituents should be very concerned that they have an MP representing them who thought it was okay to kick his girlfriend at that time. And that's the problem here. So you shouldn't be thinking from political ideologues to trying to defend this, because if your position is that it doesn't matter, or it happened 18 years ago, then you hear about an incident that happened with Angela Rayner, for example, or something that happened with Keir Starmer apparently did. You would be up in absolute arms. And I would scream, you're a hypocrite, because you won't say it for one political party's member, but you'll say it for another. No, everyone should be getting the same treatment in politics. We know that's not the case, but that's what it should be. So Richard Tice has been challenged for appearing to cast doubt on the court documents that detail how one of the party's MPs was jailed for repeatedly kicking his girlfriend. The Reform deputy leader defended James McMurdock, who was jailed 18 years ago for repeatedly kicking his girlfriend, saying the UK is a Christian nation and he believes in redemption. Again, I'm all in favour of redemption. Redemption. Just stay away from politics. You've had a criminal conviction. Stay out of politics. That's my message. Speaking to politics hub with Sophy Ridge, Mr Tice said he did not believe Mr Murdock, the party's MP for South Basildon and East Thurrock, should be doomed as a sinner forever. Mr McMurdock is a former investment banker, was convicted of assault in his then girlfriend in 2006 while drunk outside a nightclub. Stay in banking. That's my position. He spent 21 days in a young offenders institution after admitting to the attack. Before he was elected as an MP, the investor banker had not publicly disclosed the conviction when it emerged in July that he had been jailed for attacking his girlfriend when he was 19 years old. He downplayed the incident as a teenage discretion. See, this is wrong here. Yeah, the public have a right to know the truth about people's convictions. Further details of what happened during the incident emerged after the Times applied to the court for information from the official record, which showed that he received a custodial sentence for kicking the victim around 4 times. 4 times! Mr Tice said his colleague was an example of someone who had a bad issue at a very young age but has gone full circle. He said the UK was a great Christian nation. No, it's not. It's a multicultural nation. And added, are you seriously saying that if someone makes a bad mistake in life, age 19, that there's no redemption and they are doomed as a sinner forever? No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a man who is a politician representing constituents. That's what we're talking about here. It's very different. If he wasn't a politician, my position would be very, very different on this. But he's a politician. Politicians have to be treated indifferently in this matter. Regardless, again, it doesn't matter what your political indifferences is here. The whole point of Christianity is the sense that if you've done something wrong, you pay your price, and at the end of that sentence, whatever it is, in a sense, then you've done your bit. You served your punishment, whatever it is. Isn't it remarkable that an individual has a bad issue at a very young age, but has gone full circle? Doesn't it show, actually, to other young people that bad stuff can happen? You can make bad judgments and you can get things badly wrong, but many years later, you can actually do well. Yeah, people do make mistakes and they come out better. But also, many of them who have done bad things don't also have criminal records or have violently assaulted their girlfriend. He had a great job in ending up as a member of Parliament. I think that's a good thing. MPs should not have to disclose previous convictions to the public when standing with only people in prison at the time of the election for a sentence of more than a year abroad. That law needs to change. If you're going to allow MPs to stand with a criminal conviction, they have to publicly disclose everything from that conviction to stand in order to stand. Mr McMurdock's victim's mother brought the incident to light a week after his election, saying he left marks on her body and it took 2 security guards to pull him off her. So are you going to call the victim's mother a liar as well? When the allegations were revealed, Miss McMurdock said the pair had argued and he had pushed her. Challenge on whether there had been a major disparity between Mr Murdock's versions of the event and what had been reported, Mr Tice replied that his understanding of the incident was different to what the Times said had happened. And how exactly would he know? The court. So basically, he's trying to undermine what the court session was during that time, which is BS. Because basically, what he's trying to do is undermine the courts and what was at the time recorded then. And you should not be taking the side of Richard Tice over the courts on this. Pressed on what he believed happened, Mr Tice replied, "It actually doesn't matter. I'm trusting James," he said. He's bang on the money, and I think what he says is right. He was there, the court wasn't there, the Times weren't there. Yeah, but the courts, were giving evidence. The Times weren't giving evidence. The Times weren't in the sessions at the time, of that. The courts were. They were the ones who gathered the evidence, heard the cases that were made, and they made a decision. And the decision was he was guilty of what he did. So who the hell are you to say that the courts wasn't there? The courts, were there to gather the evidence on what happened on that day. The law is the law. The law ruled that he had transgressed and he was punished. He served his punishment. Yep, and I agree with that. When the allegations emerged, Mr Murdock told Sky News the incident was the biggest regret of his life. He said, "When I absolutely denied the horrific details of this tale, there is one truth that in it I cannot nor do I will deny or hide from. A generous person might call it a teenage indiscretion, but I do not expect everyone to be so kind. Nearly 20 years old, at 19 of age, so at the end of the night out together we were argued and I pushed her, she fell over and she was hurt." And that's not what the court said. Despite being 38 now and having lived a whole life again, I still feel deeply ashamed and apologetic. Despite us both being drunk, I handed myself into the police, immediately admitted my fault. I was charged for what I did, for what has been claimed, and I faced the consequences then and paid my actions in full. This is the biggest regret in my life, and I wish I could go back in time to fix things. And I generally, I want to believe, and I believe in people having second chances, and that's good. Like, he openly, he's regretted and he feels ashamed about it and everything. This is what he's saying there. If that's true, then great. I'm happy that he feels that way. However, he should not be in politics. That's my position. He should not be in politics for what he did, in any way, shape, or form. That's my position. He should not be anywhere near politics because of what he did. It sets the wrong precedent. And it makes people believe that it's okay to do these things, and then later on in life you can still be a politician. Politicians have to be looked indifferently to the rest of society, in difference to the rest of society. He should stay as a banker, investment banker. If he wants to support reform as a member and support them and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. That's my business. But because you are a politician, because you're an MP, I'm totally against this man representing any constituencies. That's my position. You don't have to like it, don't have to agree with it. And any other politician who has a criminal record, my position is the exact same. Should not be anywhere near politics. Any way, shape or form. No politician with a criminal conviction should be in that job. Full stop. But what do you guys think? What do you guys make of this matter? Do you think it doesn't matter? And many of you will argue that people believe in second chances. So you think it's okay for people who have criminal convictions to be politicians to represent you. Let me know your thoughts and more on all this down in the comment section below. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button. Greatly appreciated. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. If you want to go one step further, financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p, or join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.